Hey guys, Shibley182 here. We're going to do my DVD collection part 24, my horror DVD collection part 24, sorry. And today we're going to be doing Friday the 13th part 7, The New Blood. I wanted to do this a while ago, back when I did Jason Lives, but I had to wait for the deluxe edition to come out. And when it did come out, it took me a little bit to find it. No one was carrying it. And finally I found it at Walmart, so yeah. Friday the 13th, Part 7, The New Blood, came out in 1988, and it was directed by John Carl Buechler. I hope I pronounced his name right. I'm sorry if I didn't. And it was written by Daryl Hanley and Manny Fidello. So, yeah, came out in 1988. It stars Lara Park Lincoln, I believe her name is. I hope I pronounced her name right, too. And it is also Kane Hodder's first film as Jason. And yes, Kane Hodder is the best Jason ever, in my opinion. So yeah, came out in 1988, and then, like I said, it stars Lara Park Lincoln. Sorry, I'm repeating myself. The movie starts off with her, Tina, as a young child. Tina has psychic powers, and her mom and her dad are fighting, and she's telling them to stop, and she runs outside. Dad follows her. An accident happens, and her dad is killed. Tina kind of caused this to happen with her psychic abilities, and she's always felt responsible for the death of her father. So she ends up going into a hospital as she gets older, and this doctor and Tina's mother decide to take her back out to the cabin where the events of her father's death happened, to see if they can help her in any way. Later on, you find out the doctor's not really there to help Tina. He's only there for himself and trying to further his career, and kind of the greedy doctor type of character. But yeah, anyway, that's later on in the film. So yeah, Tina's not really into doing all this. She doesn't want to be there. It reminds her of what happened to her father. The doctor's making her really emotional because he knows the only way to get Tina to do this psychic stuff is to really get on her emotionally, to make her feel angry or upset or something. And then she'll light the matchbook on fire with her mind, or she'll throw the TV across the room with her mind. So yeah, definitely thought all that was really cool. I remember watching this for the first time and seeing the TV fly across the room, or the matchbook light on fire. And I always remember thinking how they did that. I know how they do it now, but that was just one thing that I thought was cool when I was younger. So yeah, at the same time all this is happening, a group of teenagers move into the cabin next door where they're throwing a surprise birthday party for one of their friends. There's one of the teens in the group, or whatever, his name is Nick, I believe, and I believe it's his cousin who they're throwing the birthday party for. Well, Nick and Tina kind of hit it off, and they're getting along or whatever. And there kind of develops a little bit of a love triangle there. Not really, but a little bit of a love triangle between Nick, Tina, and another one of the girls out of the teens. But anyway, one of the times Tina's doing her little session with the doctor there, she gets angry, she goes outside, and almost looks like she's trying to resurrect her father from the dead or something, and she ends up resurrecting Jason. Well, she faints. When she wakes up, she tries to tell the doctor, I just saw Jason come out of the water. Blah. Well, she doesn't know it was Jason. She just saw this man come out of the water. No one really believes her. They all think it's her mind playing tricks on her, that she thinks she saw her dad come out of the water. But she actually saw Jason. So what ends up happening is, obviously, Jason starts killing all these teens that are waiting to throw this surprise birthday party for Nick's cousin, who actually ends up getting killed by Jason before he even gets to the party, so he never even shows up. So Jason starts killing these teens one by one. Nick and Tina end up having to fight Jason off. Tina has an upper hand in this one, compared to all the other females in all the other Friday the 13th movies, because she's got the telekinetic psychic powers where she can move stuff with her mind. I always thought the scene with Tina and Jason where she gets all the twigs wrapped around him and pulls them into the puddle and then rips the electric wire down and I always thought that was a cool scene. I always thought it was great when Tina made the mask really tight on Jason and started squeezing the back of his head, and the ooze starts, just another great scene. One of the reasons why this is one of my favorite films. There's a lot of kills, a lot of great gore. Well, there would have been a lot of great gore if the MPAA hadn't cut this to shit. But anyway, my three favorite kills definitely have to be the doctor. When he gets killed, Jason has this long saw, and he kind of saws his stomach. Always loved that one. the guy and the girl that are about to go skinny dipping, Jason comes up and just kind of underhands the machete into the guy's face, and oh, that was a kick-ass kill. And I'm sure some people are going to agree with me when I say the absolute best kill in Friday the 13th, Part 7, The New Blood, has to be the sleeping bag. Jason just grabs a girl and smashes her against the tree. Kick-ass. I saw the cutscene where Kane Hodder actually hits it like 7 times. Personally, yeah, that was more brutal, but I think the one hit just makes it just perfect. It's quick, it's evil, it's brutal, and it's awesome. So, yeah, go check out Friday the 13th Part 7, The New Blood. It is a kick-ass Friday the 13th film, one of the better ones in my opinion. I know you don't hear that a lot about this movie, but I truly feel that way. If you like Parts 1 through 6, even if you don't like Part 5, you're probably going to like this one. If you're more of a fan of the New Line movies, you might not like this one. I don't know. So yeah, Friday the 13th, Part 7, The New Blood. It's a slipcase again. There's the here. I'm going to quickly show you the special features if you can see those. I don't know if you can see those. I'll read them in a minute. It's got killer commentary by director John Carl Buechler and actors Lara Park Lincoln and Kane Hodder. Jason's Destroyer, The Making of Friday the 13th, Part 7, The New Blood, /scenes, intro /scenes, Mind Over Matter, The Truth About Telekinesis, Makeover by Maddie, Need a Little Touch-Up Work, My Ass. So, yeah, go pick it up, guys. They brought back these damn clip cases again, or snap cases, sorry. They did that for parts 1 to 3, and then they didn't do it for parts 4 to 6, and then they bring it back for 7 and 8. Of course, no discard. They never have any discard on these. My only complaint is the no discard and the snap cases. So, yeah, go pick this up, guys. I paid $12 for the Meech at Walmart, which was another surprise for me because parts 1 through 6 I paid $15 to $17 each for, and to get these for $12 each was very nice. So, Friday the 13th, Part 7, The New Blood, came out in 1988. I'm sure you'll love it if you haven't seen it, especially if you're a fan of the first 8 movies or so, or the first 6 movies, or you've only seen the first 3 or 4. If you're a fan of those, you're going to love this. Go watch it. Kane Hodder is awesome. The look of Jason is awesome. Everything about this movie is awesome. I love it. So, thank you for watching my horror DVD collection, Part 24. I will talk to you all shortly. Have a great day.